league on EA Sports. And everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Lions and the Packers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. It is a blast.
For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the pack, and here comes Jordan Love. 5th season quarterback, but Greg just his 2nd as a starter, waited his turn, and had a really good first year as a starter.
When we sat down with him earlier in the week, Mike, as you would imagine, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up the fact that he had 4 interceptions in last week's game. You could tell it was still on the top of his mind. He was still working to put it behind him. I think my biggest takeaway was just how excited he was to get back on the field and have a fresh start. And I think we want to see him get off to a fast start here early, get some easy completions, put last week behind him. If he can move forward and he can play to the level he's capable of, I think they're going to have a lot more success here in this one today.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, 2nd in the league in passing a season ago.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. But with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
By the end of last season, Mike, on that NFC Championship run of the Detroit Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs really found his stride. They can do so many different things with him, run game, pass game, no matter how you do it. When you get the ball into this kid's hands, he can do a lot.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Goff. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. He has been as good as any receiver in the league in the first half of the year, and to that point, he has gone over 1,000 yards, and we still have a lot of season left. What a start. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Montgomery. And no signal, waiting. They say he did not break the plane. He's down inside the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. A good play action with Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Second down and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. 21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be third down. Back to throw is Love. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First and 10. Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw is Goff. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. We'll get this to about midfield. Lucas Van Ness, the former 1st-round pick, there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll be 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and
oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But this is taken in by a teammate. It's a gain of 19 in the air. 1st down, Detroit.
now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Now, Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Packers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
Nice pickup there by Jacobs, and I really like this signing this offseason, Mike. I mean, with the departure of Aaron Jones going to Minnesota, they know how important that backfield is alongside Jordan Love. Can he help this Packers offense take that next step forward? And certainly done his part so far.
On 1st down, it's Love. That's Dobbs open left side. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Packers. To throw is Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Love. And he gets that to Hardman. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the 1st half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing, Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the 1st half. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So Can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here. His ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action. Goff. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball.
And he will get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Lions 14, Packers 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Love. To the right side here, pass is caught. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down. Love to throw. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On the bootleg, it's Love. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
It's a loss
pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
And he'll get forward for a couple. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. Third and long. Love. He'll try to run for it.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up fourth down. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Andrew Cooper, the rookie, is there on the tackle. Second and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception, and now Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Packers move back to within 1. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And with half the season gone by, time to take a look at some of the candidates at this early date to bring home the award for the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
When you throw on the Detroit Lions tape, Mike, I mean, of course, we all know who Amon-Ra St. Brown is, but the best thing about his game is there's really nothing he doesn't do at a high level. Make difficult catches, move the chains, but he's also that big play elite receiver that everybody's looking for. Top 5 in catches, yards, and touchdowns a season ago.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. Look at the numbers. Over 200 yards passing now for the game. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
And another great throw right there, Mike, and when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him, they've certainly had a lot of success here early on. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? The reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions first down as he pushes forward for a couple on fourth and inches.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Down the field, he's got St. Brown. That's good for 27 and a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Goff to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. He'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A second down throw for Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. On first and 10, here's Love. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers, those really wide.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Well, no excuses here, Mike. This is pretty clear. He just flat out pulled it and winds up missing it wide left.
That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they trail the visiting LA Rams as that one's gone to the intermission. Puka Nacua, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half.
Interesting.
And for the
first
call,
half,
let's get it back out to Mike Tirico
changes
and Greg Olsen.
for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week's second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Goff to throw on first down. Next to the big tight end, Laporta. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. A run here with Gibbs. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and 9. Goff. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To return, it's Nixon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On first down, it's Love. This one complete right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Love to throw it on first down. This one is caught by Reed. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
He pulls it in around the 5.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him,
powering forward, he's in. Josh Jacobs, touchdown Packers. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down, taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Now Love. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. Whoa. Oh, good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game, under pressure all game long, the secondary feasting on his passes. They hand it to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Third and 5. From the gun, it's Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And you'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Love to throw. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Love. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set for this next possession. The next drive about to get going as we check out what's coming up a little later here in Week 9. Tonight, Sunday Night Football. It'll be the Jaguars and Eagles coming up at 8:20 Eastern Time in Philadelphia. And then tomorrow night, Election Night Eve, Monday Night Football as the Bucs and Chiefs. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55 at 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 in KC. right side and brought in by Williams. Third down, 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On first down, it's Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
3rd and 6. Goff to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
On 4th down, Goff. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Lions' first down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and we're going to keep this drive alive. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it over 300 yards passing in this one. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Now Gibbs. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on the all-pro tackle, Penei Sewell. On 2nd down, Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Goff. There's that man again. Another catch. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he's going to have a Lions first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. Here's Gibbs. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. Love to throw. That's Dobbs open left side. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Love. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Throwing on second down, Love. He's got it at the 3. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll go for it. Love. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on first down. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Running is Jacobs. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Lions offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw is Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. And that last throw not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 on 4th and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. Here's Gibbs, and that'll be a pickup of 3. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Brings us 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs.
Complete to Romeo Dobbs. A gain of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Love. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. One more time, they try Gibbs. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. And he's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Packers 24.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Packers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Love. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. His throw left side is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one up top for Dobbs. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.